Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the episode of Taylor Complaints Comedy Podcast. Me, your host, Taylor Perez. This is episode 70, 87. I don't know how we just skipped 17 episodes in 1 second, but we did because I'm retarded. Oh, now we can't even get monetized. God damn it, dude. God damn. Start all over again. I just had salad for lunch. I'm gonna be hitting that mute button. I'm gonna have to look down to make sure the red dot's still on to indicate that my microphone's still on because I don't want you guys to hear me go. That was ASMR. Someone jacked off to that just now, and you're replaying it, and you're jacking off again. Good boy. Keep doing that. How's your day been, guys? How's it going? This has been brought to you by Sprite Zero, the best beverage. If I'm going to go commit a crime and I need to be hydrated, I'm going to drink Sprite Zero. If I'm going to break into your house and commit crime, God damn, Broody, what's going on? Why you do this? You want to say hi? You always do this when I record. She always comes up here, tries to ruin the whole thing. What, sweetheart? What? Do you let I put Sprite Zero into her water bowl, her water dish. She drinks it. And then she goes and takes a shit, and then she gets the zoomies and runs around. I don't know why. Every time, everyone in this family, when we take shits, we get the zoomies. Oh, good girl. Freedom of speech is gone. Freedom of speech is no longer alive and prevalent. I just pulled a Sal. Prevalent. It's no longer prevalent in our society anymore. Pam Bondi says tweeting hateful things about people should have legal consequences. She goes on to spit a bunch of other rhetoric and horse shit about who knows? It's Pam Bondi, but this is happening in England. People are tweeting things and they're getting in trouble and they're getting time in jail for tweeting things. Listen, if that was the case in the United States, wouldn't our president be the first one that we're getting rid of? Because that motherfucker never shuts up on the tweets. I mean, it's to the point where like I see lots of tweets. I'm aware of lots of tweets happening. What presidential things are you doing? I see golf, I see tweets. What the fuck else are you doing? But be that as it may, and I digress, I would be fucked if this was the case. I don't tweet. I'm not a tweeter. I don't twat. I just I say horrible things into a microphone. And if that was taken away from me, I would be fine. I'd probably still do it anyway. You know what? I think I'd be willing to go to jail for this. I really do. I'm going to say whatever I want. Also, I'm not on here saying women belong in the kitchen. Say shit like that. Stuff happens. You know what I mean? Stuff happens. I love freedom of speech. God, am I going to keep clearing my throat? I am terrified that one day, one time, at one moment, I will not hit that button and it'll just be, you know what I mean? That would suck. That would absolutely suck. I had a huge salad. I had a huge salad. Your boy's back on track. I'm at the gym. We're doing the best we can to not be fat pieces of shit. Trying because you can't be ugly and fat. You got to pick one. Some of you are walking out there just double fisting that thing through life. Just ugly and fat. You can't be both. You need to realize I listen, there is nothing I can do about this. There's my mom wakes up and laughs every day because I got my dad's genetics and she just gets to look pretty forever. Good job, mom. But my dad looks like he went to bed under a steamroller every night. And he's like, I'm gonna have kids. I definitely should have kids. It's a good idea. I'm gonna have kids and they're gonna look just like me. Thanks, cocksucker. I I'm getting upset. Pam Bondi, for those of you who don't know who Pam Bondi is, I also don't know who Pam Bondi is. I know who Cash Patel is, the head of the FBI, doing a whole lot over there. Cash Patel. Hey Cash, we want that Epstein files. When do we get those, dude? He's like, I'm busy. I'm busy protecting kids from pedo from chomos. I'm busy. That's the word we're saying on here, chomo. Because what am I saying that's keeping me from getting monetized? The P word. So now, what's up, chomo? That's what we say. What's going on, chomo? It is child. You know what I mean? I don't know. I already said retard. I'm probably in trouble. I'm probably I'm probably screwed. But yeah, where's the Epstein files? Now that we're back on track, we've had a week to make fun of Charlie Kirk. Where are the Epstein files? Come on. Like I thought that's the one thing that we don't like. It's the one thing where we're like, ugh, you know what I mean? We don't like that. We don't like kid stuff. You see kids, you want to protect them. You want to talk to them about, hey, do you know how to do your taxes? Like that's the thing I think of when I see kids. Like, you want a good movie to watch? Like you got to give them guidance and all these things that help facilitate their fun little young lives, not your wiener. It's weird. And why are we protecting people that do that? What? It's weird behavior. It's even weird when you date younger women. And yes, we're going to get into that. I got a lady at work. Listen, we're not just going to sit here and talk about Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled from the organization because he was practicing free speech. We're not going to talk about that right away. We're definitely going to talk about it. But I'd like to talk to you about my coworker. She's a host and she wants to fuck a 35-year-old. She's 22. Do I have an issue with that? Here's what my issue is. The 35-year-old is like mentally identifying with a 22-year-old, which is weird. It's weird energy. I don't like it. It's predatory. I feel like at 35 you get 25. I'm 38, so I wouldn't fuck anyone younger than like 28. I give myself like a 10-year, and I think that changes as you get older. As you get older, like you are mentally on the same page with other people, and like it's not weird. Like when a 50-year-old dates like a 41-year-old, that's not that big a deal. You know what I mean? 60-year-old wants to date a 48-year-old. Like those ages don't. They're not developmental ages, so it doesn't really matter. These other ages, you know what I mean? Like 18 to 20, 22. 18 to 23. I'm judging you. I'm judging you because it's weird. I don't know. It comes off to me like you're waiting in the bushes for a gazelle because you don't want to fight another. You're not trying to get anybody. You're not trying to hunt anything that's on your same level. You're going for that easy kill. You're a lion. You're like, zebra's got a fat ass. You know what I mean? That's it looks weird to me. It really does. It's like National Geographic for perverts. I don't like it. I don't, and I know there's tons of dudes that like have no soul that are like, whatever, man, a hole is a hole. A hole is a hole, dude. I like jacking off too, twice a day. It's poison. I got to get it out of me because it's making wrinkles in my forehead when I let it sit in my nuts too long. I don't like it either. No one likes sitting there with a ball bag full of juice. You got to Robin Hood it to people. You got to take from the rich, give to the poor. That's not a good joke. Predatory shit just isn't. I don't know. I'm a piece of shit in like other ways. Like I make fun of Charlie Kirk. I make fun of like all these tragedies that happen. There's a guy that beat off on a kid while they were trying to watch Demon Hunter. I don't know. We'll talk about that. I made fun of the guy who beat off at the Corn concert. Like I'm a piece of shit too. I feel like there are things that should be off limits, and being a predator of any type is just the biggest no that I've ever heard of in my entire life. I don't have an answer for you. I just think it's weird when men, if you're at a club and you don't want to talk to this chick and she just thinks you're hot and she wants to fuck you, I think that's different. But no guys are doing that. It's always like, yeah, I'm gonna keep banging this chick and we go watch movies. We go on dates every once in a while. Yeah, you're dating. You're not just fucking a chick. Guys don't understand. I would call chicks and they would come over in the morning and we would have sex and then they would leave and then I would go throughout my day. I wouldn't go on dates with these chicks. They would come over, we would have sex, and then they would leave. Like I would ask them questions, they would ask me questions, we would have a dialogue, but that is it. Obviously, they were all like within 5 years age difference from me. But dude, I know that's not what's going on. Do you like Teletubbies? I like Teletubbies too. Dude, you're 40. What's going on here? She's 23 years old. I don't know. I'm never gonna agree with it. I'm always gonna make fun of you. And it's just the dudes. You know what I mean? Like you can have like we're guys. We're supposed to be like iron-willed, strong people. So fucking pick on someone your own size, dude. Quit going after the one that's smaller than you, that's younger than you, that's less development savvy than you, that's further along, that's as further along in life as you are. Don't be weird, because I'm gonna judge you. I'm gonna be on the top of my grass. I'm gonna be with Hinkley on my fucking on the grassy knoll. Like I see him. I see him. I smell it. His penis smells like women that are 12 years younger than he is. Not a good joke either, but accurate. All these pauses. Why do you pause so much? Do you want to hear me snort? Because I'm not editing. I'm not going back and editing this podcast. There's no way. Ah, fuck. I didn't even time this podcast. And there's no way to tell how long I've been recording. This is horseshit. Wait, does it say view meeting? View meeting. Nope, I'm not going to do anything mess with that. All right, whatever. We're not starting over. We don't need to. We don't need to. You just had comedy gold, me judging people. There's like so many people that are just like, this guy's a pussy. I should be able to fuck whoever I want to. Okay, you should be able to. You should also be on the Epstein list because like 18-year-olds are legal. And I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to strangle this one dude at work for being like, so they're 18, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just weird. And I don't like it. Okay. All right. Do I accidentally jack off to a teenager on porn every once in a while? When it's a compilation video, yes, because it's like best blowjobs. And it's just like, it's just that. But it's like 30, like 10 seconds with this girl, 15 seconds with this girl. And when they look too young and I accidentally come, I feel bad. I'm like, man, this is what being a good person feels like. You know what I mean? Like my balls are empty and I'm like, I'm going to take a nap now because I'm not going to think about this ever again. But you feel bad. You're like, nah, I wonder what her dad would think. As I look at my hand that's full of cum and I'd be like, your daughter did that. Your daughter did that. She's old enough. I don't know. And the girl, the guys that are banging these chicks are so old. They're so old. They're like in their 30s, just railing on an 18-year-old that never had a mom. Like the stork just dropped her into like a river and some homeless guy found her and raised her and then now she's just doing porn. She just had good stork genetics and ended up attractive. Is that how porn works? God, I love this podcast. Um, let's see. Yeah, Pam Bondi sucks. If we start to operate a society where I can't say what I want to say, I feel like Charlie Kirk shouldn't be able to say what he wants to say. I feel like if you say what you want to say to the wrong people, they start to be influenced and then they start committing crime. I mean, there's terms and services on YouTube. I had to do a different podcast last week because I praised the unaliving of a United Healthcare CEO, right? And I was like, I did my little clap and my cheerleading for the people. And you know what? Maybe violence isn't the way that we take care of these people. Maybe we just stop listening to them. But we're not smart enough to do that. We're not smart. Unfortunately, Charlie Kirk went to colleges and preached to kids that weren't developmentally there yet. And he was like, "Let me get in. Well, the piece of the skull isn't fully healed, so I could get in there and tell them to make sure that men don't want to be talked down to by women. Religion is king. Being gay is a sin. Like all this dumb shit. Like, why do you care? Mind your own business. If being gay is a sin, stop sucking dick, Charlie. Stop sucking on it so much. I don't know. It sounded like he felt bad. It did. It sounded like while the wife and kids were at home, he was like, I wonder how much yogurt I can suck out of this hose. That's, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. People getting mad over Charlie Kirk comments. People are getting mad all over the internet. I saw some crying. I saw people upset. People are not taking this very well. But there's a school shooting the same day. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody gave a shit. Happened in Colorado. Three kids were injured. Well, three kids were shot. One is in critical condition, and one recovered, I think. Flags at half mast for Charlie Kirk. NFL teams, like only six of them chose not to celebrate or not celebrate, but honor his memory. It doesn't make sense because why don't we do that for all of the victims that are involved with violent crime? You know what I mean? Why don't we do that? I mean, Charlie Kirk viewed George Floyd as a criminal and a piece of shit. Maybe he was a criminal and a piece of shit, but he's still a person and he still died from police brutality. So shouldn't there be, I don't know. I just have questions. I have questions and there's no answers. There's lots of rhetoric and there's lots of misbehaving on both sides. I love being in the middle because I can just make fun of both of you. And people on the left are just giant pussies because they're just like, well, let's cancel our Hulu subscription. I don't think that's going to combat the freedom of speech that you're losing, which brings me to my next point. Jimmy Kimmel got fired from his TV show because he had an opinion. His opinion was, actually, it was factual. MAGA was responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk, not the left. And then he made fun of Donald Trump for being a kid and having his wife buried under a golf course. And, you know, maybe she is. Maybe she is. Maybe she's one of Donald Trump's holes forever. I don't, we're not going in a good direction. I mean, because people would post stuff about Charlie Kirk and like other people would find out where these people worked and they would call their work and get them fired. Imagine someone says you something you don't like. And here's the deal. Fuck Charlie Kirk. I just want to let you know right now. Call my boss. If I could be fired from this, that would be so great because then I don't have to go. I would be forced to go work at another restaurant and have fun at a new place. I wish you would. I wish you would. But I'm not as popular as some of these other jobless people. You guys are calling people's work and they're getting fired for having an opinion about a podcaster. That's crazy. And now you're getting people fired from their job. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel will be fine. He's a rich guy. He's gonna go do other shit. He's got a podcast. I think Jimmy Kimmel will absolutely be okay. God, I needed that. It was in my neck the whole time, and it was flapping against my uvula, the clitoris of the neck, the clitoris of the throat. And I could not. I was like, this needs to come out. This needs to come out. It feels like I just unbuttoned my pants, but I'm wearing sweatpants. I come to you in sweatpants. I wish people wouldn't text me. I wish my phone wasn't connected to my laptop. I wish they were separate. Because why the fuck? We're not going to complain about every last thing in my life. I just don't think Jimmy Kimmel should be canceled from a show for having an opinion. Do I think that Charlie Kirk should be shot for his opinion? No, probably shouldn't be shot. I don't have any empathy or sympathy for that situation because Jimmy Kimmel's making fun of people. He's a comedian. Charlie Kirk was an influential person. He was influencing people to have horrible ideals and values. What objectively makes my values better than his? I think everyone's equal, and I don't give a fuck if you came here from another country. Like maybe we should control the borders right now because you don't want a situation where like we have an overpopulation problem. But if you're here, good. Just fucking stay here, get a job. Let's make it easier. Let's protect these people by making them citizens so they can get the proper amount of compensation because they're now working for slave wages because these people can pay them whenever they want. And people that own companies for whatever reason are fucking horrible. They're horrible fucking people. There's very few successful multi-million dollar business owners. I can tell you that because I've worked for a lot of them. I see a differentiation in firing Jimmy Kimmel and Charlie Kirk being shot. I see the disparity because Jimmy Kimmel literally just was like, hey, Jimmy Kimmel was just like, hey, this is a fact. And then I'm going to make fun of the president. I make fun of the president all the time. I haven't been canceled. I've been able to do this shit. I'm uncancelable. But Charlie Kirk goes to colleges and tells men that women belong in the kitchen and they should stay in the kitchen and that they should get abortions no matter what. If you have a daughter and she gets sexually assaulted and is now pregnant, that daughter should be forced to carry that baby to the that's crazy. There's so much video going on in the zeitgeist of this whole Charlie Kirk thing where people are now seeing all the things that he said. That I know people that like Charlie Kirk before that like are now seeing these videos and they're going, "Oh, I don't really like him that much anymore." So I'm saying there's a difference. Jimmy Kimmel wanted to make you laugh and he was making fun of your president. You didn't like it, so you fired him. Charlie Kirk was ruining the youth of the future. He wants a bunch of misogynists. And listen, I'm not a fucking feminist. I laugh at the WNBA. Pay us what you owe. We owe you less because you suck at sports. You're the best. Listen, you're not good at sports, but you're the best that there is out there. You're the shittiest B team on planet Earth as a league. It's why we don't pay you what we owe you. We owe you less because we operate at a tax deficit for this fund. We operate this business at a loss. We make less money to have this business operative. So I'm not a feminist by any means. I'm an equalitist. I think that everybody deserves a fair shot. That's the American dream, right? Capitalism, whatever the fuck. Even though capitalism just works for rich people. Okay. And you know who defend capitalism the most is fucking poor people. They're like, well, I have a fair shot just like anybody. You work at a gas station, you have six teeth. You don't have a fair shot at anything. You don't have a I don't know how we beat patriotism like this into people, but that's not patriotism, dude. Patriotism is doing what's best for the populace of your country and having pride in something that's worth having pride over. You don't just blindly walk into a country and go, I love big here. I'm proud of everything. You're not proud of everything. Rampant poverty, a jail system that jails more people per capita than any other country on the planet. More than Russia and China, and they have the biggest population on any countries on the planet. More than Canada. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's nothing to be proud of. I love being here because this is why I like America. Because women can wear whatever the fuck they want and they don't have to wear like shawls. Because gay people can kiss each other in the street and nobody's gonna bug them. You do that in some of the countries in the Middle East, they'll fucking stone you to death. And like as a woman, you're living in the desert, you have to wear a fucking whole shawl, turban, dashiki, whatever the fuck it's called, but you have to wear that whole thing in the middle of the summertime. Dead July. You're in a shawl and a turban and you got boots, sandal. I don't know, dude. It's just insane. It's insane that like that shit happens in other countries. You got a madman running, you got a madman running Russia. You got Chi running China. He's got population like no family's allowed to have more than one child. No fa Here, you could be Mexican and have 17 kids, and they could all live in the same apartment with you until they're dead, which is what my neighbors are doing, and I hate them. And no one will say shit. That's why this country rules, because you can do whatever you want to do for the most part. And that's why I like living here. That's why I'm proud to live here because of the freedoms that we get and we're granted because people go and fight for them. Thank God, bless the troops, whatever. That's where I just lost some people because people on the left don't believe they fuck the troops. What's going on here? Like, dude, if I wasn't blind in one eye, I'd be one of the troops. They told me no. I tried to be in the military, join the military when I was a kid, and they're like, you're blind in one eye, we're not taking you. I'd be one, dude. All my friends went and joined. I wanted to go. I saw that 9/11 video. I saw a soldier get his head cut off from a Taliban video when I was a kid on like rant.com, and that militarized me so fast. Like I was like, fuck this. You just did that to someone who's got, you know what I mean? Like that's out there fighting for us. Charlie Kirk wasn't out there fighting for us. He was out there trying to instill horrible, horrible values that like, you know what I mean? Like that Charlie Kirk's the guy that like he comes home from a day of hard work and he's like, spaghetti again, just on the chin with that lady. You know what I mean? God bless her. She's got a prize fighting jaw. Top five most unattractive things that women think men do. Okay. So out of all the hobbies that men love to do, these are the five most ones that women think are unattractive. Video games, toy collecting, gambling, online trolling, and anime. All right, anime. Here's the thing. I'll give you anime. I like horror anime a lot. I love a good horror anime. You put me in front of like a Vampire Hunter D or like a Ninja Scroll. I'll go to town. You got titties in there. I don't even, you know what? I don't even need titties in a horror anime. But to know that you were in the headspace to be as immature as me and put titties in there, love it. Love it. Put a bunch of gore in there. Dragon Ball Z, but as far as other than that, I, anime, take it or leave it. I like it. I'll watch it. I just don't watch a lot of it. As long as it's like, I think the last one I watched was Elfen Lied. Fucking so good. It's about these girls who are always naked and they have these like ghost arms that come out of their bodies and they just rip people apart. It's really, really rad. Like out of nowhere, like a guy's body will just rip in half. If you haven't heard of it, Elfen Lied, it's good. Gambling, I don't support that. Gambling fucking rules. I mean, I'm gonna gamble my money. What, like, how? Why are you getting mad that I'm gambling my money? I don't know. Listen, guys don't make fucking lists about how what the lamest things that women like. We're just like, I go like what you like. I don't care. Like what you like, lady. Go to a play or some shit. Shopping plays, like I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna go to a play. I don't care who you are. We're not going. I'm not going to a play. I don't. You could cheat on me and take the dude that you're going with. I don't care, dude. I don't care as long as I don't have to go and it doesn't inconvenience me and one of my free nights that I'm not working so that I could pay for some of the shit that you hate that I do. Toy gambling rules. I love gambling. I used to sports gamble all the time when I lived in Portland on my phone. Now you can't do it on your phone in California. I've moved back. You can't do it. Online trolling. I get that. I'll give you that one. Online trolling's lame. It's 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 weak dick energy. Toy collecting, I don't really have toys. I don't. But video games is number one. I have a lot to say. I play video. I bought this Hollow Knight Silk Song like a Friday ago. 30 hours I put into this game. 30 hours. If we're friends and you're talking to me and you're like, why does it need text back? Why does it need text back? Hollow Knight. 30 hours. That's why you haven't seen me. Your boy's been playing Hollow Knight. I'm either playing Hollow Knight or I'm trying to get I'm trying to get like my mind right. And I'm trying to do the like I close my eyes and I'm like naked lady, naked lady. And I'm jacking off to that because I need the power back. I can't just be this I have to watch porn. I can't do that. I need to bring the power back. I need the imagination. I need to conjure back the spank bank because I've got a lot of material. I need it. I just added new material to the spank bank like yesterday, 2 days ago. It ruled. I need to start conjuring these feelings back up because we can't just keep women in latex, women in leather, women in high heels. I can't keep I can't keep putting this shit in Pornhub, watching it, jacking off. It's too specific. I don't like that. What about just a regular naked chick? Is that doable? That doesn't really sound like that exciting to me. I'd rather have a chick who has like a sense of style and a cute outfit. That's too much. I'm already doing too much. It should just be like whatever. Then you see a woman walk down the street in baggy pants, and you're like, ew. You're just, I don't care what that is. Ew. What are you talking about, bro? It's a 10. Dude, she's in my brother Leon's pants. Ew. See, I'm trying to erase this from my head. I'm trying. I can't do it. I see things. I can't shut up. I'm like, what? What? A man in sand. This is what makes me happy. I was talking to this lady at work the other day, and she was like, yo, men in sandals are gross. I'm like, fuck men in sandals. I hate that. I hate that it was ever a thing. I hate that they wear like Jesus sandals. Dude, go fuck anybody, man or woman. If you wear Jesus sandals, go fuck yourself. You got to be kidding me. Like, it, you can't. Oh, there's like a sandal where one strap goes down just one side of the foot. Kill yours. Okay. I don't want to. That almost ended bad. We almost got terms and service. Just go to another planet. Get off my planet. I don't care what political views you have. I don't care what you do to your wife or girlfriend when you get home. I don't care what you do to your husband when you get home. If you wear sandals, get off my planet. Get out of here. Go back to where you came from. Go back to whatever department. Goddamn ralliers. Go back to wherever you fucking came from with those sandals. I'm not a sandal guy, clearly. I don't like them. I don't like them. You know what? Here's the deal. I'll tell you something about traffic. I live in a highly populated traffic area so badly every day. I want to hear that beep 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 turn into a and then Johnny. Just, I want to hear the whole thing. I want a whole opus set piece. I want to know what's going on without even looking at it. And then I look outside and it just looks like someone threw a cherry pie all over the place. Just like there's a baby rattle with like a hand sticking out of it. That's what I want. That's what I want. But what do I just hear annoying horns because people are stupid and probably don't have any patience. Someone's probably jaywalking or something. But what would happen if someone was jaywalking and he just got hit so hard with a car that he turned into mist? Because I watch videos like that on Instagram. They just pop up on my algorithm, which is weird because I've never typed in like people dying. I've never done that. But it always pops up on my algorithm and I see people getting hit with cars turning into mist. It's crazy. The accident videos that I see on Instagram are crazy. I've seen someone like fall into a turbine. I've seen someone get sucked into a jet engine and I'm like, who's videotaping these fucking who's putting these out? Like there's got like the family and shit, they've got to be so mad. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. But yeah, I don't know. This list about what things women and men do is stupid. Who cares? Well, if you're into something that you like, have fucking fun. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Don't let anybody tell you what's fun, what's not fun. If a woman comes up to you and says you'd rather play video games than hang out with me, you say yes. Because video games are fun and you're fucking expensive. And if a man comes up to you and he says, you don't want to go to a play with me? What? And you just look up to him and you go, what are you afraid it'll turn you gay? Come watch a play with me and be a man. Shut up. Assert yourself. If you love something, just fucking stick up for it. You don't have to be a dick, but like assert yourself. Bad woman cares. Do what you want to do. Have fun. Gamble your life savings away. And if your wife or husband's sick, it's not cheating. Their quality of life, they should change the marriage vows. In sickness and in health is crazy because if you like when I date people and they get sick for like a week, I'm like, my quality of life is ruined. I'm gonna cheat. I can't even do it for a week. I'm like, this bitch has had a flu for a week. I'm not dealing with this. Not getting any better. Always fucking has headache. Listen, it's not cheating. If your quality of life is sacrificed because you've been taking care of someone else, it's fine. If someone slips a tongue on it, I feel like it's allowable. I'll allow that to happen. Okay? You deserve it. You deserve it. How many bottles of ibuprofen have you bought this person? Okay. That's her best friend. She's being a good friend. That's how you think. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Coworker hates trans people. Holy shit, dude. My coworker, ever since this Charlie Kirk thing happened, my coworkers have gone on a deep end spiral where they're like Toy Story. You seen that? You seen that scene in Toy Story where there's two ladies kissing? Who gives a fuck? It's shoved in our face too much. We're getting this lesbian and gay shit shoved in our face. What is happening to people where they're being militarized to be so annoying? You know what I do when I see these gays walking down the street? I probably cross the street because I don't want AIDS, but I wish them well. And I hope they're having fun. And I hope nobody's fucking being pieces of shit to them. And I hope that when gay people get home, they just fuck the shit out of each other. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't circumcised, but Dan took it in his ass too far and he lost some skin. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want. That's what I want. I don't care. Ladies, slap that clam until the pearl comes out. I don't care. The pearl was in Betty and now it's in Eliza. We didn't even see the exchange. I just felt something hit my pelvic floor very hard. I don't care. I really do not care what people do. I want you to be happy. It doesn't affect me whether you're gay, trans. I do not give a fuck. Okay? Guns, I do not give a fuck. Have some guns. I don't care. Uh, I don't care, dude. I'm not affected by this. People get so mad and they're getting so up their ass about gay and trans. And we would talk about this on the podcast all the time. That's why I make these podcasts a little bit longer. Last week was 40 minutes and we did like 20 on Asian porn and 20 on Charlie Kirk. And today I'm trying to counterbalance that. We're trying to ping pong through funny and serious because I want the spirit of this show to be altruistic. I want you to know that I don't give a shit. I don't believe in absolutism. I don't believe all women suck just because one woman was mean to me. That person would have sucked whether they were a guy, whether they were black, whether they were trans. They would suck because that person sucks. You take the personality out of the thing that you hate. That's what you don't like. Them being a woman, them being black, them being trans and being gay, it doesn't fucking matter. It's the person that you don't like that person. Okay? The only time fucking color of skin matters is when you're working at a job that has tipping in it because tipping is cultural and it makes us not want to wait on some people. But I'm not saying that doesn't make me want to be their friend or bang them or vote for them, support them with whatever they do. I just know I'm not gonna get tipped. So I can't pay my fucking I can't pay my rent on good thoughts and well wishings. Thoughts and prayers won't pay my rent. So there are certain tables I'm like, I don't really want this table. It's not gonna be lucrative for me because tipping is cultural. If you have an accent, if you fucking come to my table, you're like, hold on, I'm not getting tips. That's not happening. I don't want that. And listen, I love you. I hope you have success in your life. I don't want to wait on your table. I will, and I'll give you the same service I'll give anybody else, but I'm not going to get tips. I'm not, and it's fine. I'm not going to be mean to you. I know. Rudy came over. She's like, you being racist again? Son of a bitch. She's like, I heard you're being racist again. It's not even like one race, too. It's just like if they have an accent of any kind, you know what I mean? Any accent, you're fucked because that means like not from here and you're not getting tipped. Pats win. Yo, I won all four fantasy football games. So shout out to anybody who said I had a bad draft. Fuck you, fuck your mom, fuck your kids. All at the same time on the Epstein Island. Dude, I won. We won 4 out of 4. I'm in a fantasy football league where I had to pick the defenses, cornerbacks, linebackers, offensive tackle. I had to pick everybody, the head coach. I picked everyone. And I beat this motherfucker by 100 points. Dude, I'm telling you, we're 4-4 from last week. The Patriots beat the Dolphins, but they only won because it was 6 points. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, dude. We put up 33 points, and we haven't put up 33 points in a long ass time. Don't shit on my parade. We're gonna go back home to Foxborough. We're gonna meet the Steelers, and we're just gonna see how much shit we can walk away with because we fisted their asses. Okay? We're gonna win again. We're gonna be 2-1. We're gonna have a record over 500, and I'm gonna be happy. Just let me live my dream. We might not make the playoffs, but we're gonna have a winning record for a couple weeks. I'm telling you, this is my favorite drink of all time. Sprite Zero. There might be like a mild metallic taste, but I feel like diet anything sucks. Like it just sucks. But I'm working out, and I don't want to. I don't want to be fat because we've already discussed this. I look like a goblin. I can't look like a fat goblin. Like you have to fucking pick one. You can't just double down. And you know what sucks? The people that do double down, they're like confident. They're these park hoppers. They're like the plus size park hoppers on the internet, and they go to these parks, and these ladies are 400 fucking pounds. And like, I had 17 waffles, and I had a Mickey Mouse chocolate cake, and now we're gonna ride Indiana Jones. And they go on Indiana Jones, and it doesn't like accommodate to their belly size because they're fucking ginormous, dude. They're elephants. At least you know they never forget. They never forget stuff. An elephant never forgets. So yeah, they make videos and they get pissed and like, what the fuck? The seatbelt didn't fit Clara, and then I'm Eliza, and it doesn't fit me either. And I just think this is ableist. It's not ableist. You gave yourself diabetes, dude. Like, just finish the job. Just keep eating until you explode. Just finish the job. God, these 400-pound wastes of life just walk around. Every time they talk, like their chin and their chest become one, and you're just like, what is that? Is that practical effects? And then like they stop moving their face, and then it sucks back up, and you're like, that's a chin, dude. It's crazy. They look melted. They look like they just got too close to the sun at some point, and they melted because they're just giant blobs of shit. Big girls can be attractive, big guys can be attractive. It's not unheard of. It is not unheard of. But you gotta pick one. Big girls can be attractive because they're already good looking in the first place. Big guys can be attractive because they're already good looking in the first place. You can't look like a mole. You can't have mole face and rhinoceros body. Okay? You just can't you can't do it, dude. You can't do it. Why do we allow rhinoceroses to be fat? Because they got rhinoceros face and rhinoceros body, that horn, that face. It works. The body, who gives a shit? You got to be good looking enough to be fat. That's all I'm telling you. There's rules. That's why I'm not fat, because I'm ugly. Pats win. I just saw The Long Walk. The Long Walk is what it means to be a man for me. That movie is like about a bunch of dudes who are walking behind a military convoy that's leading them down this road, and there's 50 of them. Whoever stops gets shot. These boys showed so much heart and compassion for one another, and that's what I feel men should do. Like, befriend people that you don't know in contentious situations. Like, be supportive, be compassionate. Like, all that shit that they were doing, none of it looked pussy at all. It all looked manly. It all looked very masculine. Why can't we do that for each other? That's what I like. That's the man shit that I like. Where you're just like, "What up, bro? What up?" And you dap each other up, and you do this thing together, and you share this experience that sometimes it entails like emotion ability. It entails like having to be open and like share things, but then still be hard, still be that hardened man on the outside. But then also at the same time, like you sacrifice something during that exchange. It was really rad. I learned a lot about these different kinds of men, and it made me cry. I haven't cried in like 2 years. It made me cry. I, dude, it hurt. I forgot that you get these like post cry headaches. I do that. I do that. I hate it. I hate it because my fit. Ugh, God. I'd make so much money if I would just stand on a street corner and be like, "My mom got fucked by a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Please send money." And they'll be like, "No, she didn't." I'll lower the sign like, "Oh fuck." They just, whatever, dude. Take it all. Get the surgery. We hope it goes well. Um. Okay. What do we do? Let's close with this. There's an alcohol place called High Times in Costa Mesa. Shout out High Times off of 16th Street. We love you. I love you. Um, they have a wine bar, and they have all the beers you could ever imagine, and they have all the liquor you could ever imagine. But this cocksucker at the wine bar, and I'm not drinking wine, all right? I'm not drinking wine. I'm not trans. Kidding. I'm just kidding. Um, I don't know what this is. Like, these people, they drink stuff and then they talk about it afterwards. It has a smoky. You just hope they catch a flat and hit the median on the way home. You know what I mean? You hope there's some swerving and a flip. I have to be very cryptic about my wishful thinking of bad things to happen to people, because the last episode got taken down. This is not getting taken down. But there's talk in the middle of being annoying, as I was walking around, because I was like, I've never been in a wine cellar. I'll fucking go down here. I'm checking it out. Guy at the wine bar, he's behind the bar. He smells the glass. It's empty. And then he licks the glass. And then he pours wine into it. And then he gives it to someone else. This is why I'm glad I'm not a wine queef. Because you had your nose in the glass and then you licked it. Listen, there's fingerprints on my glass. There's lipstick. I don't give a fuck. I'll drink it. I don't give a shit. My beer glass has lipstick on it. Oh, cool. I'll drink exactly where the lips were. I hope she was hot. Ah, only guys are laughing at this. Women are just like, "You're so fucking gross. You're so gross." I make fun of guys too. I try to make fun of everybody. I made fun of trans, gay, but then you know what I mean. There's always the heartfelt moment that we need to have in this podcast, so you guys don't think I'm Hitler. He's licking wine glasses behind this. This is why I don't drink wine. Weird shit. People stomp the grapes with their feet. Weird shit happens with this wine. I don't want it. I don't want it. If you like wine, that's fine. If you like wine as a man, don't speak to me ever again. That is what is happening this week. If you like wine as a man, don't speak to me ever again. I love you guys. I hope that you're having a good week, because I know the world is trying to keep you from having a good week. I know that Gas prices are going down tomorrow. That's gonna rule because the new blend. I don't know. I watched this news lady. Journalism is dead because you could fucking say whatever you want and call it journalism and post an article about it, and it is what it is. But she's very reputable. She's the news lady, the news girl. I don't know. She's on TikTok. She says gas prices are going down tomorrow. That's gonna rule. I hope that fucking helps your week be good because that's all I want. I want people to smile. I want your week to be good. I know I'm annoying and ad nauseum, and these podcasts have been so long. But I love you guys. I hope it keeps you company during the weekend. Even if we don't agree on everything, I hope that we can be friends still. I hope you still listen. I love you. Thank you for listening. Kisses, hugs, belly rubs.